What's up, guys? We talk a lot about the Auburn offense. Of course, we got some questions about obviously the Auburn defense, but of course, you fix the secondary stuff, and things could possibly come together for the Tigers defensively. As fans and as an analyst of the game, I guess you could say, we always have those players that we just don't think get the ball enough. Shaun Shivers is actually one of those guys, but then we have to think about it. Yeah, you do have your feature back. Yeah, you got your quarterback that has to have some impact. And then you have at least 2 or 3 receivers that you want to get the ball to multiple times to keep the defense off balance. Now, one guy that I think could really have some impact is Harold Joyner. Stay tuned. Harold Joyner out of Birmingham, Alabama, 6'4", 215 pounds, was able to get the red shirt from his freshman year because, they had that rule to where as long as you don't play in more than 4 games, then you can red shirt. Now, one guy that I thought was, a huge loss because of this was Asa Martin, where Auburn really miscalculated this. Asa Martin winds up going to Miami, probably will be a big part of their... Actually, you know what? I think Asa Martin might have gone to Memphis, now that I think about it. But either way, that was kind of a loss for Auburn from the running back room. Auburn had to go back and do some heavy recruiting in the 2019 class, picking up DJ Williams and Mark Anthony Richards. And now cashing in on Tank Bigsby, one of the best running backs out of the 2020 recruiting class in the country. He was almost probably a point 0.05 points away from actually being a 5-star recruit. So we think about guys that we think should touch the ball more. Every fan, every analyst has that guy, and I think Auburn has a couple. Of course, you got Shaun Shivers. Now, a lot of folks were talking about, Anthony Schwartz, but Anthony Schwartz, I think Gus Malzahn made an effort to target Anthony Schwartz, but Schwartz was injured for most of the season. He had the hand injury early in the year, and kind of battled that. Matter of fact, played with a club on his hand for the first couple of games and actually caught a long pass with that club on. So, and that just goes to show, I just didn't understand with Anthony Schwartz, and let's just say Zach Farrar, who's probably about to hit the transfer portal. I just didn't get why are you guys that bad to where you got to play a guy in Power 5 football as a starting receiver with a club hand, So that's a different level of conversation. But Harold Joyner, guys, he is just a football player that I feel, he had 94 yards rushing. He had 138 yards receiving. And I think he could have gotten the ball a little bit more. I also think a lot of this stuff attributed to the fact that Bo Nix was under pressure. I don't think, because of the offensive line play, but I don't think Bo Nix did an educated job of scrambling at times. A lot of times he would scramble himself out of plays to where, let's just say if you do have a Harold Joyner wide open, you're not going to see him because you're scrambling for your life instead of scrambling to make a play. Now, what I mean by that is you got guys like Joe Burrow, for example, guys like Tua Tagovailoa, guys like even Justin Fields, who, when they scramble, you get a little, as a defense, you get a little nervous because he can make things happen not only with his legs, but he can also find guys down the field. But when you're scrambling for your life, which it seemed like Bo Nix was doing a lot of times, you might not see Harold Joyner wide open in the flat. You might not see J.J. Wilson wide open in the intermediate portion of the passing game because now you're in panic mode. You're scrambling for your life instead of looking for some hot routes down the field. So that's where I think, Harold Joyner could be very beneficial to the Tigers because he's fast enough to play running back, but he's also, size-wise, he's also, he possesses that capability to add even more speed to maybe supplement the H-back position here and there to really get some defenses off balance. So when I think about this, I think Harold Joyner, a lot of folks, he didn't touch the ball enough. Well, a lot of players didn't touch the ball enough for a lot of reasons. But it's a lot of potential energy with Harold Joyner because he's so versatile in what he can bring to the table. Like I talked about, the size, the speed. He can be used in the interior passing game. I thought he could have been used a lot more in the red zone, in the wildcat position. You know what I'm saying? I think his first step was way more quick than Boobie Whitlow. I thought he could have been excellent in the wildcat portion of Auburn's running game, especially down in the red zone. So we'll see what Chad Morris, Gus Malzahn, what they decide to do with guys like Harold Joyner. But I think he could do a really good job of keeping some defenses off balance. I'm really excited to see what the potentiality is with a guy like Harold Joyner. All right, let me know what you guys think about Harold Joyner and what he could do for Auburn's offense outside of the normal stuff. What do you think? Leave in the comment section. Like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. The page is continuing to grow. We're pushing this Auburn content out there the way you fans deserve. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.